It's time for Maggie and the Moms, sponsored by Tampa General Hospital. Welcome to Maggie and the Moms, where we celebrate but never sugarcoat parenting. Joining us on our panel today, we welcome Caitlin Orton. She is a mom to a 2-year-old daughter. She's also a local financial advisor whose expertise we will tap into for some of our topics today. Welcome, Caitlin.
Thank you.
Danielle Bayard-Jackson has 2 children. She's a friendship coach who focuses on female friendship and communication. You can check out daniellebayardjackson.com to learn more about her mission. Brie Gorecki is back. She's a mom to an adorable little boy. She's also the associate editor over at Tampa Bay Parenting Magazine, which I'm so proud to share with you all. This month features Maggie and the Moms on the cover to commemorate our first anniversary. Thank you so much, Brie and company, for featuring our segment in this special way.
Happy to do it.
We are so, honored to get to do this every week. And today we have a doozy of a first topic, ladies. So it's a question. Would you pay someone to name your baby? It is absolutely a thing. The New Yorker did a profile on a woman named Taylor A. Humphrey, a professional baby namer, who for a price will help you choose a perfect name like Brave, Calliope, Florian. Great names, I think. Those are good names. But they come at a hefty price. So her services start at $1,500 for a phone call. And if you want the baby's name to be in keeping with your brand, your business's brand, it's $10,000. Okay, let's get to it. Start with you, Caitlin. Initiate you with this one.
Yeah, my goodness. No, I wouldn't. I think maybe, like we were laughing about this earlier, I mean, maybe if it was like 4th kid, 5th, like down the road, but I want to pick the first few kids' names. I think it's special, so probably not for me, but I get it. Okay, yeah.
What about you? You have a baby.
Yeah, I'll admit I was a little judgy when I first heard this. And then I thought, not everyone is so sentimental. And I know that, we emphasize certain trends and people want to be on brand and they want their babies on brand now. So I get it. It's not for me, but I understand it.
Okay, I like that perspective. Brie?
It's a hard no for me. Personally speaking, I think your child's name is supposed to be very personal. And we had a reason we chose our son's name, and I love the story behind it. And I just, I just think that it's something that maybe, like she said, it's for some people. Maybe if they want to stay on brand, stay up with the trends. But for me, it's no. It's
just curious, are all of your children's names sentimental?
Yes.
Yes.
No, it's just a name you liked.
Yeah.
Okay, nothing wrong with that. Yeah. So I have a lot of thoughts about this. This is what I would say. Just know, parents, all parents, even future parents, that one day your child will ask you, so how did you choose my name? They will, and they'll look up at you with those bright eyes, waiting to hear how you came up with this name that's going to be with them for the rest of their lives. Do you want the answer to be, I paid Taylor A. Humphrey $1,500 to pick your name? Maybe you do. Maybe you don't. It could be argued, I guess, that it means you want the best for your baby, that you're willing to pay someone who does this for a living. But I think that, I don't know, I think that if right off the bat, your first act as a parent is to not even bother to spend the time and the energy to come up with a name. I don't know, for me. Yeah. I was named after my dad's grandmother, and it's very special to me.
Sweet.
My husband, quickly, funny story. So his parents had 3 boys, much older, and then my husband came along. They said, you guys can name the baby, and they named him Michael after a kid down the street. Not that special, but at least it was free.
Yeah.
True. All right,
That's true.
Let's get to topic number 2, and here we will rely on you for your expertise, Caitlin, because we always wonder as parents, when should we start saving for college? And you sent me a figure that kind of blew my mind. You said that the projected price of a 4-year in-state college in 10 years is $156,000 for a state school, and if it's a private school, it's more than 2 times that. So how soon should we start? And is a 529 or Florida prepaid better? First, let me ask you: are you even saving for college
Florida
yet, Danielle?
prepaid, yes.
You have Florida prepaid?
Yes.
And we are actually doing 529.
Yeah. Fun. All right.
I have both. I don't know. Which is better? What do they cover? Fill us in.
Yeah, so to answer your first question, as far as when you should start, anytime, the earlier the better, of course, right? You want time on your side, depending on how much you want to put away. So I have people who, as soon as they have their children, they call us, they want to start something like that. So as far as what's better, it just depends on what you want the money to do. So for Florida prepaid, really the idea around that is that you're locking in tuition prices today for the future, so you're locking it in, so that's great. But kind of something that people don't love about that is that it only pays for tuition. So the 529, on the other hand, it can be used for any educational expenses. So that could be, obviously, of course, tuition's the big one. And then it's going to be maybe even housing. It could be books. It could be computer.
Okay.
And the other thing that's really cool is that recently 529s are allowed to go back to K through 12 as well. So if you have any education, per that you want to pay for, 529s work in that way as well.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, Danielle and I both have 2 kids, so
Yeah.
let's say one of our kids gets a scholarship, doesn't need it. Could you transfer that to the other kid?
Yes, that's exactly. So it has to be an immediate family member. It could be another kid, a grandchild. It could be yourself if you want to go back to school for whatever. But
wow.
yeah, so it is transferable. But as long as you use the money for education for both of those accounts, it's tax-free. It grows tax-free. You can take it out tax-free.
So which one do you have?
529.
Okay, they're just saying.
Yes.
All right, ladies, so we're going to take a spin on the wheel today. Let's see what happens as our first topic on the Mom Wheel of Topics. Mom quiz. Okay, well, I feel like we need to have a financial mom quiz since you're here and you can tell us the correct answers.
there we go.
So you sent me these ahead of time.
Yes.
The answers that I'm going to guess are the ones before I knew the correct answer that I thought.
Okay.
And I'm not going to be right a lot, just FYI. All right, question number 1. What is the cost of raising a child from birth through age 17? Is it $183,000, $234,000, or $332,000? We just rounded here. What's your guess? In the 100,000s, 200,000s, or 300,000s?
I'm going to say 200,000s.
Okay, you?
It feels like 3,
Yeah.
so I'm going to go 3.
Yeah, I thought 3 as well.
Yeah.
What's the correct
It
answer?
is the 200,000s.
Okay.
Yes, and that is the age of birth through 17, so not including
How-
education and all that.
That's what I was going to say. What
Yeah.
goes into that?
So that's going to be housing, transportation, food, childcare costs, things like that.
Yeah. All right, let's see what question number 2 is. How much should you have in your emergency savings account? 1 to 2 months of fixed expenses, 3 to 6 months of fixed expenses, or 6 to 9 months of fixed expenses? What do you think, Danielle?
I'm not sure if I'm right, but I feel pretty confident about 3 to 6, so I'm going to choose that one.
What do you
That's
think?
what I was
Bree?
thinking too, 3 to 6.
Me too.
Yep, and that's correct. Yep. So it's a fixed expenses, so not your income per month, but what your actually has to go out per month for you to live.
So what you have to spend, and that's emergency would be like if you lose your job or something like that.
Yeah, or just something big happens. You need to fix something in your car, your house, something like that. Just always have liquid dollars in a savings account accessible at any time.
Good. Okay,
Yeah.
3. Which account should be a priority? Retirement for you, education for your child, or emergency fund? Bree.
Oh man, that's a tough one. I'm probably wrong, but I'm going to say emergency fund.
Okay.
I'm going to go emergency too.
I think, this shows you I'm wrong, that it was education for the kids. What do you think?
Yes. So in a perfect world, all of them would be, right? And again, it depends. Everyone's different. The answer that we, sent over was retirement for yourself, but definitely
Why?
retirement for yourself. Okay, so retirement is typically 30 years, give or take, 20, 30, education, college is 4 years. So, and also there's grants, there's scholarships, there's loans you can take out. You can't go, be 65 and just say, hey, I want a loan for, retirement. So there's other ways to fund it. So if you have to pick between education for your child or, retire from yourself, usually, and it again, depends on the person, but usually it's going to be retirement for yourself.
All right, we have one more.
Yes.
Let's see what the 4th question is. What percentage of your monthly income should be dedicated to goal funding? First of all, what's goal funding? The choices, sorry. 10%, 20%, or 30%. What is goal funding?
So goal
What do you
funding
mean
is
by that?
really anything that you're saving for. So it could be retirement, it could be kids' education, it could be housing, whatever it may be.
What do you think? 10, 20, or 30%
I'm going
of
to
your
go 20.
income?
I'm going to say 20.
I thought 30.
Yeah, and it's 20. I mean, again, depends on the person, but we follow the 60-20-20 rule. So
Okay.
60% fixed expenses, 20% should be goals, and 20% should be fun.
All right, that was fun. We didn't do that bad.
Good to
No, we
know.
did
Not
Good
that
to
terrible. All
know.
right, let's get one more spin in and see what the next topic is. Mother knows best. Oh, we do. And so we share our wisdom with our children. What's one piece of advice, Bree? We'll start with you that you give your kids.
To be honest, it's just old school. Always be kind and treat others well, especially at the age of 7 when, you're in the bullies and people are not being so nice. Always be kind.
Amen.
Right now with our 3-year-old, we're really working on emotional regulation right now. And so we're trying to emphasize with him that you can be mad. It's about what you do when you're mad. That's an issue. And I'm learning that a lot of adults could take that lesson to heart as well.
I love that very much. What about you?
Mine's also kind. It's just really
Yeah.
just going down to you're never going to regret being kind in the situation.
How old is your daughter?
She's 2. Well, 2.5.
She's 2.5.
Yeah.
Well, I have many little nuggets that I throw out there. Lately, I've been focusing a lot on think before you speak. And I think, to your point, this is something adults can really implement as well. And I saw this acronym, THINK, So before you say anything, ask yourself, T, is it truthful? H, is it helpful? I, is it informative? N, is it necessary? And K, is it kind? And if the answer to any of those is no, zip it. Don't say it. Anyway, moms, thank you. Great having you here.
Thank you.
Thanks, ladies. And still ahead, we've got a doctor from Tampa General Hospital, our Maggie and the Mom sponsor, right here in studio to tell us about solutions to a common but not very often talked about problem that women live with because they think they have no other choice. Daytime will be right back.